Hello, dear students, and welcome back to i-nastava. My name is Ajlin, and our topic today, sports. So let's start. In this lesson, you will be learning about different sports, and you will be analyzing the benefits of practicing sports. For this lesson, you need a pen or a pencil, a notebook, internet access, and you can stop the video anytime you like. Let's start this lesson with a famous saying. A sound mind is in a sound body. But what does it really mean? What are the benefits of playing a sport? Stop this recording for a moment and write down the benefits of playing a sport that come to your mind. Your mind map may look like this. The benefits of playing a sport are that people who practice a sport are more confident, that they are physically stronger, that they are healthier, that they are better looking people, that they are more sociable and happier. And how playing sports benefits your body and soul, you will learn when you watch this short video. Copy the link bit.ly sport benefits 7 and watch the video. After that, there is going to be a comprehension check. Let's check your comprehension. You have to decide if these statements are true or false. Playing sports is beneficial for our arteries. True or false? And it is true. Endorphins are released when we work out. True or false? True again. Runner's high is a stressful feeling. True or false? False. It is the feeling of euphoria. Training improves our intelligence. True or false? False. It improves our mind and body, but not necessarily our intelligence. Whether participating in team sports or exercising alone, both is equally good for us. True or false? False. Participating in team sports is more beneficial for us than participating in individual sports. School sport participation reduces the risk of suffering from a depression for the whole life. True or false? False. It does reduce the risk of suffering from a depression, but for up to 4 years. Learning through failure helps us overcome problems in school and life. True or false? True. If the team is not winning, we may lose our confidence. True or false? False. We learn from our mistakes. We will become more confident. Sports can be divided in two basic categories. We can have team sports such as basketball, football, or individual sports such as skating, skiing, swimming. Let's name a few individual sports such as javelin throw, tennis, skiing, figure skating, cycling, swimming, and wrestling. Here are some team sports: football, basketball, ice hockey, volleyball, American football or rugby, handball, and water polo. One very popular team sport, especially in England and especially among students, is rowing. We are now going to listen to Harry, who is going to tell us about rowing. Listen carefully to what he is saying, and while listening, try to answer the questions.
So when I was in high school, I did rowing. I was on the crew team, and rowing is it's a different sport than the other ones, because although there's this certain aspect of individualism, in that you're rowing as hard as you can personally, it's one of the purest team sports, I think, because every guy in the boat relies on the other guys in the boat pulling their hearts out just as well as you are, and it's something that's very, I think it's unique to rowing. But it was a great experience in high school to be able to row. I remember waking up at 5:30 in the morning, on a Saturday in high school when everybody else was sleeping. You get on the river, it's peaceful, the water is calm, it's flat, there's no wind, and the only thing you can hear are the paddles, the oars in the water, and it's a peaceful moment. And then, as soon as your warm-up is over, the world becomes this it's absolute bedlam when you guys are all rowing at the same time. I think it's really stark, the contrast between when you first get on the water and then when you really get into it, and then just like that, in the blink of an eye, in a split second, once you finish your piece, it's all over and the world becomes this peaceful place again. And then by the time you're done practice, it's maybe 7 a.m. and everybody else is still sleeping, but you've just done your workout for the day. You've just done your mission for the day, and it's a unique sport, and it's something that teaches discipline, and something that teaches you lessons that carry throughout the rest of your life. So it's a great sport. I would encourage anybody to row, to at least give it a try, and I think it's shaped a lot of my perspective. Absolutely.
Now answer the questions. Why is rowing different from other sports? A, B, or C? And the correct answer is A, because rowers depend heavily on each other. What does he like most about rowing? A, B, or C? And the correct answer is B. He likes the contrast between peace and confusion. In order to practice sports, you need some equipment. We are now going to learn the equipment for different sports. Let's start with football. For football, you need a goal, actually 2 goals. You need boots, you need a jersey, that's what the players have on, and you need a ball. Stop this recording and copy the words in your notebook. For golf, you need a cap, a club, a ball, and a tee. The tee is the little place where you put your ball on so that you can play. In order to play hockey, you need a helmet because it is a dangerous sport. You need a jersey, a pair of gloves, ice skates, and you hit the puck with a stick. For swimming or diving, you need a wetsuit and fins, and you need goggles. Badminton has become a very popular sport of late, and for that you need a shuttlecock, and a racket. For boxing, you need a mouth guard to keep your teeth in place and a punching bag where you can practice punching. Different sports are played on different venues. We are now going to learn the names for these venues. On a pitch or a field, pitch is the British word and field American, you can play football or rugby. On a track, you can race or run. And on a court, you can play basketball, tennis, or volleyball. Copy these words in your notebook. Notice the difference between court and course. Basketball, as we said, is played on a court, and golf is played on a course. In a rink, ice hockey and figure skating are played. In a ring, which is very similar, boxing and wrestling are played. And in a pool, swimming and water polo. Time to practice sports venues. You have to copy this link, bit.ly, LA sports venues, or scan the QR code and practice the venues. Stop this recording in order to do your task. Here is another listening comprehension task for you. This is John, and John is going to talk about his experiences from the time when he was a teenager. Let's listen to him, and while listening, try to answer the questions.
I am not much of a sporty type, so when in high school I was asked to swim for the school team, I refused by saying that I preferred poetry classes to sports. They all laughed at me, most of all Betty, who thought I was out of her league anyway. And I liked Betty very much. To tell the truth, I was aware that there were plenty of other fish in the sea, but it was Betty I wanted to impress. So I accepted the coach's offer and started training. At first I was not very good, not playing with a full deck. I was about to throw in the towel, but as the competition was approaching, I realized it was a race against time, so I took the bull by the horns, got into the full swing and practiced every day. Although I was not a front runner, I blew the competition away. I didn't just win, I won hands down. All of a sudden I was a hot shot, and although Betty still didn't think very much of me, I couldn't care less.
Let's check your comprehension. Why did he take up sport? A, B, or C? And the correct answer is A. He wanted to show off. He wanted to impress Betty. Why didn't he give up? A, B, or C? And the correct answer is B, because there was not much time left. Here is the text one more time. Read it carefully. The parts of the text that are in red are the idioms. Try to memorize them. Stop this recording and read the text one more time. Your task now is to find the explanations for the idioms from the text. For example, out of someone's league means not as good as someone. Stop this recording and do the task. Let's check what you have written. Out of someone's league means not as good as someone. Plenty of other fish in the sea means there are many other men and women to date. Not playing with a full deck of cards means not having full capacity. Throw in the towel means to give up. A race against time means there is almost no time left to accomplish something. To take the bull by the horns means to accept a challenge and try your hardest. To get into the full swing means to be comfortable doing something after some time. Front runner is one of the people who is expected to win. To blow the competition away means to win easily. To win hands down means it is an easy victory. A hot shot is a very successful person. Copy these idioms and their explanations in your notebook. Time to practice idioms. You're going now to do 2 tasks. The first one is here under this link bit.ly/LA Sports Origin. Stop the recording and do the task. Here is your second task. Under the link bit.ly/LA Sports Idioms 2, you will find an exercise where you can practice the idioms that you have just learned. Stop the recording and do the task. Well, we can't talk about sports if we don't mention the Olympic Games. And how did it all start? There is a video and the name is History of the Olympic Games. You will find it under the link bit.ly Olympic Games 7. Watch it carefully, and after that there is going to be a comprehension check. Stop the recording and do the task. Let's check your comprehension. You have to decide again if the statements are true or false. Let's start. Olympic Games were initially dedicated to the Greek god Olymp. True or false? This one is false. They were dedicated to Zeus. At ancient Olympic Games, people from all around the world could participate. True or false? False. Only people from Greece could participate. At first, there was only one sport, and that was a 200-meter run. True or false? True. The Olympic Games participants were wearing togas. True or false? False. They were in the nude. The winner was called Olympionic. True or false? True. Winners were wearing golden crowns. True or false? False. They were wearing crowns made of olive tree branches. Statues were made in the likeness of the winners. True or false? True. Ancient Olympic Games were held every year. True or false? False. They were held every 4 years. They lasted for a month. True or false? False. They lasted for a day. Sacred truce meant that all the wars had to stop during the games. True or false? True. Ancient Olympic Games were ended by Theodosius I because he felt bored by them. True or false? True. International Olympic Committee was founded by Pierre de Coubertin, and modern Olympic Games took place in 1894 in France. True or false? False. Modern Olympic Games took place in 1894, but not in Paris, not in France, but in Athens. We have come to your homework. You should write a composition, about 120 words, about your favorite sport. Remember to mention which equipment is required for it and where it is normally played. Alternatively, in agreement with your teacher, you can record your voice and send it. Don't forget to say or write how you feel after the training, and use at least 3 sports idioms to spice it up a bit. You may find this checklist handy. Remember that your composition should consist of an introduction, body and conclusion. Remember to mention, of course, your favorite sport, the equipment for that sport, where it is played, and your feeling after the training. And use at least 3 sports idioms. Let's check now what you have learned today. If you have analyzed the benefits of practicing sports, if you can use at least 5 sports idioms, and if you have written a composition about your favorite sport, tick the smiling smiley. If not, go back to the part that you haven't done and do it again. I hope that you enjoyed learning English with me today, and I hope that you have learned something new. Until some other time, bye everybody!